So we are talking about Halle Berry and her ex-husband controversy, and we are also talking about Priyanka and Nick, and we will also talk about Jeremiah and Andreina from Love Island. So let's get started. Let's not lose time. So let me start with Halle Berry. So there was controversy that started with Halle Berry's ex-husband, to whom she was married between 93 and 97. And he recently, David Justice, his name is, the former MLB player, appeared on some podcast on YouTube, and he talked about the fact that the main reason their marriage didn't work out was that Halle Berry back then, I'm not sure what's going on with her now, but back then, according to him, she was not cleaning, she was not cooking, and she was not being feminine. I think I'm paraphrasing what he said, and people started talking about, what the hell did he mean? And he's trying to be on the spotlight, and he's trying to use Halle Berry to shine some light on himself. So let me start. So how is Halle Berry feeling about the fact that, her ex, David Justice, her ex-husband is talking about her badly? Wheel of Fortune. Well, I think she's not really bothered. I see 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. She's happy. And whenever people are happy, they are not really bothered with what other people are talking about them. It doesn't really bother her. Wheel of Fortune means that, every cycle she went through in her life, and she went through stuff in her life. She went through 3 failed marriages and maybe other stuff, maybe something about her father. I think her father was not in her life, but I'm not sure. But I think she's just feeling fortunate that all these cycles are done and over with, and now she's in a happy place. Okay, now she's surrounded by people who support her, who love her unconditionally. So she's not really bothered by him, okay, by what her ex was talking about her. So does David Justice have some sort of feelings towards Halle Berry, or some sort of regret that he gave up on the marriage back then? 2 of Wands. No, he doesn't really harbor any sort of feelings towards her. He moved on. It's not like he's thinking about her or anything like that. I think the podcaster asked him the question and he was obliged to answer. So yeah, again, this card. So both of them are at a place where they are pretty satisfied with their own lives, whatever is going on. He has his family. Halle Berry is now in a serious relationship with Van Hunt, and so it was not from the bad place that he said those things. So both of them are happily, in happy relationships. So nothing is left there. Does Halle Berry harbor any sort of romantic feelings toward David Justice? Ace of Swords. Not really. I see a snake above this sword, which means that sword is communication. Sword can mean also trust. So I think she feels a little bit betrayed. She feels like David Justice acted in a snaky way, that he talked about her behind her back. Maybe she didn't really think that he would talk about her after so many years. So it's like maybe she lost trust in him, but she doesn't really have any sort of feelings, and he also moved on from her, and nothing is really left there. So yeah, and I see she doesn't really hold any sort of grudge against him. She just, why would he talk about me? She's just surprised, and I think if she would give him the opportunity to apologize, she's open to apology or some sort of explanation. So now, currently, is Halle Berry currently a good partner? We have strengths. So I do see that she's a strong partner, in good and bad. She's there for her partner to support him, even at hard times, I see. Definitely, she's a strong woman. She's a transformed individual. So she's not as she was back then, many years ago. She's a completely transformed individual. And we have Queen of Wands. She's strong. She got her confidence back, and she has this knowledge, endless knowledge that she didn't have back then when she was naive. She was inexperienced. So so is she cleaning for Van? Two of Swords, I think they both do it. It's not like she's cleaning for him and she's cooking for him. They do both collaborate, maybe she cooks and he cleans, and it just, they are doing it in collaboration. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Maybe this is the reason that it's working out. It's not like she's doing all the traditional chores and he's doing like nothing. They are collaborating. They are they both put effort in this relationship, and definitely it comes from love. It comes from appreciation towards each other. I mean, Halle Berry and her current partner Van Hunt, and I see definitely that he holds her on a high pedestal. He treats her like a queen. So let me see. So what should we expect for Van and Halle Berry? We have 8 of Pentacles. So again, they both put much of effort in their relationship. They take their relationship really seriously, and it's not like one person is doing all the chores, and they both do the chores, and it's a good feeling that you see someone who is meeting you halfway, and I see that they have a good dynamic, Van and Halle. Will they get married? Will they get married? Because I read that Halle Berry is currently not ready to get married because of her 3 failed marriages. She doesn't want to risk another failed marriage. So he proposed to her allegedly, and she's waiting. She's just testing their relationship, or maybe she's done with weddings. She feels like three, is enough, and now she's just ready to experience the relationship without the official documents. So let me see. Will they eventually get married, Halle and Van? So I see that we have Page of Wands, okay? Page of Wands can mean a child. They may have a child, a daughter, okay? Let me see, what else? The Moon. I think maybe she's pregnant, see? Her belly is underwater. It's like she's covering her belly, and maybe she's also already pregnant. That's what I'm getting. But let me see about marriage. Let me see. Let me ask. So will they get married? Will they get married? Van, Hunt, and Halle Berry. Justice. Oh, Justice card. Justice card is official contract. So maybe the pregnancy will actually lead to some sort of official, contractual relationship between them. Maybe they will, if she gets pregnant, if she's pregnant, then maybe this will lead her to accept his proposal. That's what I'm getting. So there is a chance. There is a chance. Now let me see. So Halle Berry has two children from two different men, and so one child she shares with Gabriel Aubry. So let me see. What is her relationship with Gabriel? What is Halle's relationship with Gabriel? Oh, Page of Cups. So she has a good relationship with him. She definitely has a good relationship with him. Okay. Maybe the problem is that he doesn't contribute enough in regards to money, or maybe he has a hard time to pay her the child support, or I'm not sure how old her child is, with whom she shares with Gabriel. But maybe Gabriel should be more involved in his daughter's life. That's what I'm getting. However, she's trying to, they have a cordial relationship, but she would hope for him to be more involved. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so why the marriage between Gabriel Aubry, who is a white man, and Halle Berry didn't work out? The Hermit. I think they wanted different things. Okay, irreconcilable differences. That's what I'm getting. They didn't want the same thing. They weren't on the same page. That's what I'm getting. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it didn't feel like the relationship was balanced with Gabriel. That's what I'm getting. They weren't on the same page, and maybe she was putting more affection into the relationship with Gabriel, and he was less affectionate with her, so it didn't feel balanced. And maybe she felt like he was not open to allow her to spend time with her friends. Maybe he was cold with her and possessive. Not a good combination. Like, if you are possessive, at least be affectionate. But probably Gabriel was cold. He was not as affectionate as Halle, and also he was possessive. He didn't want her to go to meet up with her friends. Yeah, he was very jealous. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Does Gabriel have romantic feelings towards Halle Berry? 10 of Cups. Wow. So definitely she's still, in his eyes, she's still beautiful, and 10 of Cups. I mean, I think Gabriel definitely still has feelings towards Halle Berry. It's like he's still feeling like maybe he's aware that he kept her like imprisoned, metaphorically imprisoned. He didn't allow her to do things that he wanted to do because he was possessive. But I see that he doesn't have any sort of negative feelings towards Halle Berry. I think he's still enchanted by her beauty and by her. I think for him, she will always be the most beautiful lady and the most beautiful woman that he ever, he was ever romantically involved with. So does Halle have romantic feelings towards Gabriel? Oh my god. Okay, what we have here? Strength. So strength. No, but she's trying to be supportive towards him. She's trying to help him out whenever, she's trying to like carry the burden, even if he's not putting the same energy with their daughter, then she's not nagging him. She's just there to carry the burden, to carry the extra burden for him. So that's what I'm getting. What about her ex? Or Olivier Martinez. I think he is Hispanic, something like that. Her ex. What kind of relationship does Halle have with Olivier Martinez? They definitely get along. I see that they try to find the common language. I think she is the one who is very flexible. She's a flexible person, and she's trying to get along with both of the men, Gabriel and Olivier, and she's the main actor here. If she was not flexible, then nothing would work out. So she's the one who is flexible, and she is just making sure that everything is aligned, maybe for the sake of her children. And in general, she's a flexible person. She's not rigid, and she's not like headstrong. So, and she's willing to compromise, that's what I'm getting. And I think Oliver is it's giving me like a coward. He was not strong enough for Halle. He gave up or whatever. He was very scared. Maybe the fame, the criticism, whatever. It's like he couldn't handle the strong woman as Halle. Okay, he screwed up. He really screwed up. So why it didn't work out between Olivier Martinez and Halle Berry? Okay, so it didn't work out because he was not mature. It's like he was having fun, he was going out on trips, on different experiences that she was not part of. And it was getting to the point where she felt alienated from him. And see, it's like, oh, I love you, but I'm not gonna spend time with you. That's what was happening between Olivier and Halle. He was like holding her back. It's like, you stay at home, wait for me, and meanwhile I will go have fun. I will go on trips. Maybe he was going out with his friends, and maybe Halle was busy with her career, and it's like he didn't want to let her go. He wanted her to stay, but she felt like she was not part of his life. So does Olivier have feelings towards Halle Berry? Friendly only, platonic. I'm not getting any sort of romantic. Yeah, it's gone. Love that he felt for her is gone. I think it was hard for him to give up on this marriage. See, he definitely suffered initially, but now it's no longer there. He healed, and now he's just feeling platonic feelings towards her. Does Halle Berry have romantic feelings towards Olivier Martinez? Wow. So 4 of Wands is actually okay, but on the bottom we have the 10. Okay. That, now I'm getting it. See, even though we got 4 of Wands, but we have to look at 2 of the cards together, and they are not looking at us. They are turning their backs to us, which is giving me the vibe that this is Halle not with Olivier. This is Halle with Van, and she's happy currently, and she's turning her back to Olivier and to her exes and to her past, and because Olivier is done for her, it belongs to her past. Whatever happened, it was hurtful. It was, she's aware that she hurt him, whatever, that she ended this marriage with him. But I see that, she moved on. Halle Berry definitely moved on with Van Hunt. She's happy with him. She's not looking back. See how it's important to see 2 cards in conjunction with each other in order to understand what is actually the whole picture. When we ask a question, it's important not to jump into, conclusions. We have to just make sure that, we read beneath. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. What kind of a mother she is, Halle Berry, what kind of a mother she is. She is a very passionate mother. She will do anything for her children. She is a very, very passionate mother. Okay, very strong. She will give anything that she has to her children. Okay, so what about her movie career? What should we expect? My goodness. Let me see. What about her movie career? What should we expect? Again, she's on top of the world. Like she's definitely. I think she will star in an upcoming movie in a lead role. Like she's a star. It's a good time for her in regards to her movie career to push it forward. She's definitely in a good place, in a strong, confident place. She's nurturing herself. She feels beautiful. She feels feminine, and she feels like she's not afraid of anything. She feels stable. She feels like she has, maybe Van is giving her the feeling of stability that is helping her to feel fearless. Okay? So it's very important. So it will help her to actually succeed even more in her upcoming movie project. What should we expect for her upcoming movie project? Page of Swords. Something good. Something good is handed to her. And maybe it will be an action movie. It will be a little bit challenging for her to do the role, but she will do it because she's strong. She's on top of the game. So that's what I'm getting for her. So let me move to Nick and Priyanka. Let me use a different deck. So what's happening between Priyanka? If you saw her in the recent movie with Idris Elba, head of state, she's a decent actress. I would not say like she's a great actress, but she's decent. So let me see. So what's happening between Nick and, oh my goodness. So what's happening between Nick, Jonas, and Priyanka Chopra? The Universe 21. So the universe, it's like a world card, okay? It's the parallel of the world card, which is wish fulfillment. I think they may be traveling around the world while she's doing the tour. Maybe she's done with the tour. She was doing the promotion for the movie, traveling around the world, and I see passion. So they definitely have passion towards each other. How is Nick feeling towards Priyanka Chopra? So, let's see. So it came out in reverse, the Empress in reverse, but I don't generally read reversed cards, okay? and we have Two of Cups on the bottom. So I think they are in love. They are in love. At least he is in love with her, because we have Empress. He finds her beautiful and strong and confident and capable, and he really looks up to her. See, this is Priyanka in Nick's eyes, and Two of Cups on the bottom. So they have a really good relationship, you know. They definitely have a good, close, supportive relationship. So how is Priyanka feeling about Nick? Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. I think, maybe she's tired of him. Maybe she's a little bit tired of him. Maybe she's craving a alone time. Maybe he's too cringy. Maybe he's too clingy. And she's craving the alone time. Maybe he demands too much of attention. And I think she's doing everything in order to keep this marriage balanced. She's trying to compromise. She's trying to, you know, be quiet and not to bother him with her questions and with her concerns. But I think she's craving the alone time. So what kind of problems do Nick and Priyanka have, if there are any? I think Three of Wands is career planning. I think the problem is that she has plans. She has plans in her career, and it's like she has constantly she's constantly feeling like she has to look back and to make sure Nick is okay, and it's like she lacks freedom in the sense that she doesn't want to hurt his feelings, and she doesn't want to hurt their marriage, because Nick is clingy. Nick is clinging on this marriage, and I think she's tired. She wants to spread her wings and just fly, and just fly into the sky of success. And she's feeling like she's obliged to look back and to make sure he's okay, and it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. And the Moon card, and she's not really sharing these concerns with him. She doesn't want to trouble him. She doesn't want to make him feel worried, or so she's keeping all these concerns and all these feelings to herself. She's trying to be strong, but definitely she's frustrated. So does Priyanka want to stay in marriage with Nick? Six of Coins again. Yeah, I think she wants to keep this relationship going. She wants this marriage to be going at all costs. She doesn't believe in divorce. Judgment. Yeah. I think she decided that she doesn't believe in divorce. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So even though she's feeling all these type of concerns and worries. She's feeling like he's holding her back, and she's obliged to constantly check how he is feeling, if he's okay, and it's exhausting for her. However, she doesn't believe in divorce. So the judgment call, I think she's just having the judgment call on this situation, but maybe when at night she's thinking about it, but she doesn't, maybe she's having the judgment call. Maybe she's trying to analyze her marriage, even though she doesn't believe in divorce, but maybe she's trying to figure out how to solve it, how to act graciously and still find some sort of solution. Divorce is not always the right solution. So let me see. So what else are the challenges? What kind of challenges do Nick and Priyanka have? What else? Three of Swords. Yeah, I think maybe Three of Swords can mean third party situation. And maybe Nick has trust issues because Priyanka is out there acting, doing movies, doing projects, and she's constantly around other men, right, on set. For example, Idris Elba. I saw that there was the real chemistry between Idris and Priyanka. Like, I saw when he kissed her cheek, she was blushed and she was like, oh my God. And she cherished that moment. So maybe Nick is constantly in the situation where he's feeling jealous. He's feeling like he has to compete with other men in Priyanka's life because Priyanka is out there doing projects, and she's constantly in touch with other actors around her, and this can be a challenge. Imagine your husband out there or your wife out there, constantly being intimate with other men while they are doing the romantic scenes. It's not pleasant, for the partner who is sitting at home waiting for them, right? So Nick is in a really troublesome situation. Because Nick is a musician, right? So he's just out there with his brother doing the shows. But Priyanka is in movies. And in movies, you have a partner. And usually an attractive man who is playing with her. So he has to deal with jealousy. He has to deal with trust issues, and fear of abandonment. Maybe he's constantly in fear that eventually Priyanka will want to leave him and go out there, experience other adventures, So yeah, and I think Nick has some sort of confidence issues in regards to his sexuality. Maybe he's afraid that Priyanka will have sex with other men and she will feel more sexually satisfied with other men. Yeah. Is Priyanka happy sexually with Nick? Oh my. No. I think he's not able to satisfy her sexually. I think they don't have a sexual. Maybe they are not even having sex. There is a chance that she's not really satisfied with him sexually. And maybe this is the reason that Nick is feeling really scared that she will leave him. Okay. So he's trying to be the magician, and he's trying to draw her back, and he's trying to find ways to prevent from her to leave. Maybe there is some sort of codependency between Nick and Priyanka, and I think Nick is more codependent on Priyanka than Priyanka is codependent on him. I think there is some sort of toxicity going on between them. So what would you expect between wait, so why did she have her child through surrogacy? Why? Queen of Wands. Beauty. She wanted to be beautiful. She wanted to be, sexy, and she didn't want to gain weight, and it was for superficial reasons that she decided to do the surrogacy. Okay, she didn't want to lose her body and to gain weight, and this is the reason. So the Tower. Yeah, I think she puts her career on top of the priority, but if she wasn't, she feels like Nick is holding her back, because career is like one very important for her. Maybe I'm not sure if it's on the top of her list, but it's very high on her list, and maybe this is the reason that she decided to have her child through surrogacy, because she wanted to gain weight and to lose her body shape, because her career is so high on her priority list. So how does Nick feel about the fact that she had her baby through surrogacy? Page of Coins. Yeah, I think, I think he was like, whatever makes his wife happy, that's what I'm getting. Whatever makes her wife happy. I do see that he was not super happy about it. However, eventually he thought that it's her decision to make and not his. Yeah. Yeah. So, let me see. So what should I expect for Nick and Priyanka in the near future? What should I expect for their marriage? Will it succeed? Will it fail? What should we expect? 5 of Cups. So, 5 of Cups. It means that it will eventually continue, even though they have so many problems, but one cup is still standing, right? So it will continue despite the problems, despite the challenges. And we have the Sun, which is happiness, on the bottom. So yeah, I think he is basically leading this relationship, Nick. If Nick gives up, then she has already given up, which means he is not willing to give up on this, and she doesn't want to give up on it too, because he doesn't want to give up on it. So as long as he is making sure that this relationship is strong and this relationship is kept together, then it will continue. See, he's holding this cup, he's not giving up. As long as he is not giving up, she is not giving up. That's what I'm getting. So we will see. We will see. Let me move to Jeremiah and Andreina from Love Island. So the first question, why Jeremiah ghosted Andreina when she left the villa? We have 5 of Wands. So let me use another deck. Let me use another deck. Okay, I'm just bored with this deck. Let me use another deck. So why Jeremiah ghosted Andreina when she left villa? Temperance. I think he felt like she was busy with her own things, and he didn't feel like, it was bothering her or anything like that. He felt like he was not ghosting her. He felt like she was busy with her own thing and she was not occupied by him. So it was a mutual, it was a mere miscommunication. How is Jeremiah feeling about Andreina? Knight of Pentacles. I think they definitely had a tower moment, right? They definitely had a tower moment. And I see that he's a little bit jealous, maybe, that she's entertaining other men. He's feeling a little bit reluctant. Does Jeremiah have romantic interest in Andreina? My goodness. We have here 4 of Swords and the Hanged Man. So 4 of Swords is a timeout. So time has passed, and it's like, the timing is no longer there. He should have done something earlier, but it was a miscommunication. He thought that she was not into him and that she was occupied with her own things, and she didn't know that she felt like he ghosted her. It was a miscommunication. It was a misunderstanding. And now it's like, no, it's just the timing is off, and just I have to keep going, It's not like the moment has passed, And the Hanged Man, which is he doesn't want to put himself in a risky situation now, because it will be uncomfortable for him to initiate something towards her, and then she will say, why do you think it's like we are an item? It's over. You didn't call me, you ghosted me, so get lost. So he's afraid of this type of reaction from Andreina. He doesn't want to put himself in a dangerous situation in regards to rejection. So he's not going to do anything. How is Andreina feeling about Jeremiah? Yeah, so she's over him. She just, maybe, she gave him some time to come back to her, but she's like, no, I'm done. She's cutting him off for good. Okay? So, is there any chance that they will ever reunite? No. 10 of Swords, it's done and over with. Like, for real. She cut him off, it's done and over with. So he actually is right about his decision not to make any sort of forward step towards her, because he knows that she will reject him. Because, it's just a missed opportunity, So what about their careers? Will they succeed in LA? Wow, they will succeed. They will definitely have a success. Like, individually, both of them will gain much of success in LA as influencers. Ace of Pentacles, he's definitely getting some sort of opportunity. And he will grab it. He will definitely grab it. And let me see, what about her? Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe she will be a little bit pissed off about some sort of opportunity that she will get. She will not get all the salary or all the conditions that she agreed upon, or something like that. Like, she's acting like a spoiled kid. That's what I'm getting. And I think he's more grown than her, and he's more appreciative of the opportunity that he will get. Maybe she will take it for granted. Maybe she will have some sort of challenges. She has to, like, ground herself. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. But eventually, I see success for both of them. So we will wish them luck and happiness. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next one. In the dark of night, the stars light up.